My best friend, she's my neighbor. She was in drama in a play. We were in probably 6th grade or something. They were doing a Midsummer Night's Miami Dream.
Okay.
Right?
Remix.
Remix.
305.
So Midsummer Night's Miami Dream, and she was like, I have this vision for these pants. Can you make them for me? And so I was like 11 probably.
Of course
right?
I can. I have this junior sewing machine.
Obviously, abuela.
No idea how to make pants at all. Probably still like no way to research it online.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I gotta wait for my brother to get off the phone. Like,
Can't even get online right now. He's talking to his girlfriend. What the
yeah. So we went and we bought fabric that was flame print. Okay, flames. Just
I'm already
flames
scared where this
all
is
over.
going.
I have a
And
visual.
I made a pair of flared flame print pants, just winging it. And somehow they fit her, and she wore it for the play. She wore it for the play. I didn't have a waistband though, because I didn't know.
Oh no.
I didn't know how to do a waistband. She was like, "It's okay, I'll just put the shirt over."
Welcome to Dear Young Queen, the podcast.
Hey. Ven aquí. Hey, in the kitchen. That's why they were cooking something different in that kitchen, Lex.
We're definitely not cooking arroz con frijoles.
Oh, no, none of that. All right, here it is. Here. Put it out. Hey, spicy mommy. Oh, spicy mommy should be the name of this drink.
Not a spicy Miami mommy.
Yes. You know?
What's up, Lina?
In the building.
Listen, I'm gonna take my little lightweight ass over here and drink my normal Mexican mule. Sorry.
You are a very lightweight.
Yo, if there's anybody in this world that could understand my lightweightness, it's Lina. Lina.
Ashley drunk after half a drink.
But the whole point of that is the house poor, and you're gonna leave better than you came.
All right. Well, what did you make, Lina, today? What cocktail do we have?
Okay, we have a spicy mommy since we're here in beautiful Miami, and a little spice. We have some lime, we have some tahini on top to bring out the little bit of that sour, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of spice. Because
Hey.
Lina is so spicy.
So y'all could drink, because I ain't hear no juice. I ain't hear no soda.
Yeah, there was no juice
I
or
didn't hear
soda.
nothing. I heard
Tequila.
nothing.
Straight to the point.
we
Just
have
how I
anejo.
like it.
Yeah. But as per usual, your glass is chilled. Your straw is copper and cold. She always has all the right accessories, which is like half of the kitchen game.
Absolutely.
I think it's having the right serving ware, the right utensils, the right whatever, because it really sets the tone and the mood
Yeah.
for what you're drinking. And
It's
you're
all
eating.
about presentation. Your drink could be trash, but it's in a good cup.
Right. Or it has a little umbrella sticking out. Yeah.
Seriously, you guys, you know those Mexican restaurants when they're like try to serve you a fucking margarita that's like as big as your face.
I love
with it around the rim and like a beer on top. It's like,
Absolutely.
whoa, what am I supposed to do with this? But I want it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a South Beach special right
Yes,
there.
it is.
Hello, it definitely is. Today on the Dear Young Queen podcast, we have one of my closest friends, Lina Palacios.
Ooh, welcome.
She's the
welcome.
only person that I speak my broken Spanish around.
Yo, Ashley knows Spanish low key.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Un poquito,
yeah.
you know?
No,
Low
she
key,
knows.
low
She
key.
knows Spanish. Yeah.
So yeah, we have Lina here today.
Welcome.
Lina is not only one of my great friends and my Spanish teacher, she is also a wardrobe stylist, a costume designer, and just like all of the amazing queens we have on the show, honestly, truly a jack of all trades. There is really nothing that she can't figure out or do.
Beautiful.
She is my go-to woman for so many things in a million ways, and I'm just super excited to have you here.
I'm fanning out over here.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like, I'm feeling the
me.
sneaks. I'm feeling the sneaks. I actually dressed up for you. So.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I see the lipstick matching the couch, matching the blouse,
Yo,
the
we
couch and the
here.
blouse. You know.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me. I love everything that you guys are doing, and I'm excited to see where Dear Young Queen lands.
Yeah.
Let's go.
On this podcast, Lina, we like to celebrate women who are living in their power, chasing their dreams, and also can be considered the everyday woman. Oftentimes, podcasts are celebrating women who are already at the tops of their careers or have been through some really traumatic, dramatic And we feel like that you don't have to be either one of those things to share your journey, and women can still learn from you and actually really relate. So I obviously thought about you. To me, you're extremely relatable. So I'm pretty sure the rest of the world will feel the same way.
I agree.
I have a good meter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lina, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know this is a hard question.
You forget everything about yourself when people
yeah.
ask you that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was born and raised in Miami.
Okay.
I have a Colombian background.
Okay.
I
Colombian.
went to school for fashion design. I ended up in styling. I started off basically working with professional athletes, assisting with professional athletes, then transitioned into the production aspect of things. Like, for example, if an athlete has like a endorsement with Gatorade, I was on the commercial for the Gatorade,
Yeah.
you know, I was wardrobe on that commercial. So it kind of like snowballed like that, made a lot of good production contacts. And then I went from commercials to music videos to films now and personal clients. I have a very broad experience with styling.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and other than that, I like to play tennis. I like to run. I like to do Pilates. Ashley got me into Pilates. Yeah. And my favorite color is purple.
Oh,
I love the eyeshadow that is, reflective of her color.
You
Purple.
know,
We
it's
love the color
iridescent, like
purple.
all of your cups and
Yes,
dishes and
yes.
everything.
everything
Right
in
on
this
my
house, right?
Yes.
That's actually a good question. Lex, what's your favorite color?
indigo.
Ooh, yeah, navy blue.
No,
Right?
more
What
like
is indigo?
more like I want to say more indigo would be on iPhone, like the blue that goes through, the text that goes through. Like that color
on
blue.
your message,
Yes.
and like in your iMessage,
Yes.
how blue and green.
The blue and
Oh
green.
wow, yeah.
Hilarious.
So it's
The
not
green
navy.
of the
I mean,
iMessage
More
is
of the
April.
blue.
I should
More
know.
of the
I mean, the
indigo.
blue of the
Yes.
iMessage is
I should know that
Indigo.
color, but I guess I don't.
Yes, yes. But like that artistic eye, like stylist, you're so necessary.
I had a boyfriend. I went to his family reunion, and one of his relatives, I remember one time, was like, "So you just play dress up for a living?" And I was like,
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, that could have been shade, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna take it.
Could have been shade.
Word. Like, yeah, I play dress up for a living. I
And
shop with
yeah.
other people's money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Basically
a
what I do.
dream. I'm not gonna lie. There are some
Cheers.
people. Some of us haven't had the luxury, and some of us have. Alexis,
Yes.
what? Honestly, tell me about what having a personal stylist is like.
It's very convenient. Living in New York, that's when I had one. It was great to have that person that was able to go ahead and bring the stores to you.
Oh,
To have the option and the privilege to have someone that knows your taste, knows your style, makes that ease and that comfort for you to coordinate your wardrobe and to get those signature pieces is so necessary now. So if you have someone that can key in on what makes you feel comfortable, what's your
confident,
vibe,
sexy.
confident, but also at the same time have that unique approach is crucial for anyone that's in that space that
Yeah.
can really afford you or you can have that expertise
Yeah.
advice from you. You get the top of the top. And then you're building your collection and you're building your closet of staple pieces. It's very convenient for anyone to go to a store and pick up X, Y, and Z, whereas a wardrobe stylist can go and pick something that you can invest in. So I think that's also a crucial piece. Something that's not so trendy, but actually like in style, but at the same time, you can wear 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So I think that's crucial because they have a different eye. So there's so many intricate parts that a stylist brings to the table that helps navigate in these styling streets.
Styling
Now,
streets is heavy out
It's
here.
big.
I might actually argue that it's a little crowded and overpopulated.
Yeah. I agree with what you say, Alexis. Like, I think the biggest thing is convenience. And then I think
Yes.
the second thing is being able to have like the vision of seeing something on a hanger and being like, this is going to work. you know?
Correct.
Although, because a lot of people like will see something and just will overlook it or won't try it on or
Mhm.
won't even give it a chance. I like to give everything a chance. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm very like, this might not look good, but I'm going to try it on anyway.
Yeah.
Another thing, if you're someone who lives like a busy lifestyle and for personal clients, even just packing,
Mhm.
labeling the looks and packing them that way you get
Definitely
to wherever you're
appreciation.
going and it's
Yeah.
like my look's already set. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you guys are two people that are into fashion, and it always blows my mind because for me, shopping is the most stressful experience. I don't have the eye to see what something will look like on a hanger. Exactly what you said. I will see something that looks so bomb on the model or whatever, the figurine they have. What do you call that?
Like a mannequin?
Mannequin.
Thank God.
Like a mannequin.
That's that spicy mommy.
Spicy mommy's on the way.
I will see something on the mannequin and I'm like, yeah, perfect, that'll work. And then I'll go try it on. I'm like, does not look like that on me. And so then I start to get in my head, and then you try things on, and you think you're a size, and you go in a store and they make clothes differently, and you're 2 sizes bigger now.
Right.
And I'm insecure, my confidence is down, I can't find what I want. To me, it is a very defeating experience.
Right.
You
It's
have
a lot
to-
about proportions.
It is.
It's like knowledge of proportions.
And so for me, it's super stressful. So when you guys talk about convenience, it's like, yeah, I would love the convenience of it because I hate it. But also I think I would love what it would actually do to make me feel confident and secure, knowing that someone brought some shit to my crib that fits.
Yeah, it
Like-
is definitely a confidence enhancement.
Yeah.
100%. You walk a little different.
Yep.
You know, you like, okay, I got a little pep in my step. I have a little fit that's put together, you know, by someone that has expertise in this. I'm comfortable. She knows my style. She knows my way.
Yeah.
I'm out. I can make some moves. So
Yeah, a lot of times I've worked with a lot of athletes, and like sometimes rookies, you get them in their first, in their first couple years of like being in the NBA or the NFL, or they don't really see the value in having a stylist. And,
Of course.
and that's fine. Like you don't see the value, but they don't understand that if you dress well, literally the endorsements will fly in.
Absolutely.
And like you dress well, the endorsements fly in, the more money comes, more opportunities, more ways to like build a different life aside from sports.
What you do on the court.
Right,
There's
what
off
you
the
do
court
on
off the court,
opportunities that,
for sure.
that really double. But I know that you did not start your journey as a personal wardrobe stylist. You went to college for costume design? What did you go to college for?
I went to college for fashion design, and I did probably more courses in costume designing than anything else. I learned everything from like the beginning of time, like what humans wore when clothing was invented, what the Egyptians wore, to like what the Mesopotamians wore, to what the
the
like
Roman
the Roman
Empire,
Empire, like the Greek
Romantic,
exactly,
all
the
of that,
Greeks, all that stuff. So knowing where things are going, you have to know where they came from, right? And I love history, so that was really important for me to kind of understand and deep dive into that.
What classes do you take in costume design?
I took a lot of art history. I took pattern making and draping. I learned how to use Photoshop and Illustrator, like everything basically, like construction, which is like sewing, understanding how to build a character. A director can tell you this is the character that you'll be working with, or these are the set of characters, and you just have to kind of be able to develop a wardrobe for them. You have to be able to develop a closet for them. Like, what kind of person are they? What do they think about in the morning when they get dressed? What's their intention? What's their motive? What kind of message are they trying to portray to people? And it's like a lot deeper and a lot more emotional than
than just picking clothes out.
Right.
One time me and Lina had a conversation, and I think pretty sure you said that the movie wasn't good because the characters weren't believable. Or she had mentioned, have you ever watched something and the characters just weren't believable? She said, oftentimes it really has to do with their wardrobe. Like, he's not a construction worker. Like, he comes home clean, his nails are like, I don't believe that he had a hard day at work today.
It's the details, for
like, nothing happened. And it wasn't until she really brought that to the forefront that I realized that costume designers, in my opinion, are so severely overlooked when they do a good job.
Right. Okay. So when you don't notice the wardrobe, that's because they did a good job.
Did a phenomenal job.
Like,
you got so lost in the character. It was so believable. Like, sure, obviously the acting is important.
In the scene,
right?
But and didn't pay attention to what they were wearing because it seemed so natural and it seemed so perfect that like that's when you know the job was done well.
There's not a lot of careers like that when the best you do is the less you'll be seen. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels off a little bit to me.
Yeah.
But it actually makes total sense when you think about it.
Yeah. We need it's a necessity.
Yeah.
You went to a fashion school or just studied in a department that, like, at a school that had fashion?
I went to the Art Institute in Miami. They had a fashion design program.
I feel like a lot of people are fashion designers or aspiring fashion designers right now. Like, everybody has a brand, everybody has a clothing line. Sometimes people are white labeling shit, which for those people that don't know, white labeling is like wholesaling clothes and then like sticking your label on it and calling it your own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are doing that. And then there are some people that are like actually truly designing. You went to a fashion design school. How many people were interested in bringing clothing lines to fruition? And how many people actually were interested in costume design, which is film, television? Did you find like a healthy balance, or were more people trying to create their own?
I think everyone in fashion design kind of has the dream that you're going to have your own line and your name's going to be in lights and everyone's going to love the things that you design and all this stuff. And it's like, obviously it's the dream. But then you start realizing that there's so many different avenues that you can take within fashion. You can be a buyer, you can be a merchandiser, you can be obviously a designer for a bigger company, you can be an independent designer, you can be a costume designer, you can be like, there's so many different, it's such a broad industry. I think that's also kind of like what pushed me forward. I knew that there was so many things that I could have done.
Yeah, like maybe my line won't work, but like I can make some money in this.
Some kind of money somehow,
totally,
right?
Totally.
I would say that that's everyone's goal, to have their line, and honestly that's my goal at some point. But I think costume design and dealing with actors and dealing with personal clients as a stylist and knowing what people want to buy and knowing what people want to keep is all part of the bigger picture, and it's all going to help me have more understanding in the design space. And vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm a better stylist because I'm a designer, and I'm a better designer because I'm a stylist.
They work hand in hand.
Absolutely.
All right. This is a show where we explore first and last. So I want you to tell me about the first time that you ever created a piece, brought it to life from conception to completion.
Ooh, this is a good one. I have a good story. Okay.
Oh, not a sip.
So-
Go ahead, take a sip.
A little liquid courage.
I was really young.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. So my grandma like always bought me sewing machines every year since I was like young, like probably like 6 years
Wow.
old. Like she bought me like kids sewing machine. Then the next year she bought me like a little bit better one. Then the next year. So I used to like mess around always, right? Because my grandma knew how to sew and my mom was kind of like in fashion and stuff. So my best friend, she's my neighbor. She was in drama in a play. We were in probably 6th grade or something. They were doing a Midsummer Night's Miami Dream.
Okay.
Right?
Remix.
Remix.
305.
So Midsummer Night's Miami Dream, and she was like, I have this vision for these pants. Can you make them for me? And so I was like 11 probably.
Of course,
right?
can I have this junior sewing machine?
Pants
Obviously,
are
abuela.
No idea how to make pants at all. Probably still like no way to research it online.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I gotta wait
That-
for my
yeah.
brother to get off the phone. Like, I'm
Can't even get online right now. He's talking to his girlfriend. What the
yeah. So we went and we bought fabric that was flame print. Okay, flames. Just
I'm already
flames
scared where this
all
is
over.
going.
I have a
And
visual.
I made a pair of flared flame print pants, like just like winging it. And somehow they fit her, and she wore it for the play. She wore it for the play. I didn't have a waistband though, because I didn't know.
Oh no!
I didn't know how to do a waistband. She was like, "It's okay, I'll just put the shirt over."
How did they stay up?
Oh, no.
I don't know how
They
we
were
did
barely
it.
her size.
I think I made them like real tight, like everywhere else. I don't know.
Her thighs held them
Yeah,
up.
I wish I had a photo of that because it was
That
so
would
good.
be amazing.
Me too, because I'm pretty sure that I paid like in junior high, paid Wet Seal for those very
Wet
pair
seal.
of
Not Wet
flame.
Seal.
Girl,
579?
579, the limited.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely brought like
Delia,
matching pants
Delia.
like that, flames, glitter,
Yeah.
leather, flare for like my school dances with my 3 or 4 best friends. Shout out to Amanda and Christina and Sharice. Like
Hey.
we twin out all the time.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known you then. I would have paid you before I paid Wet Seal.
Right?
Band or not.
waistband or
What?
not.
It would have been by a
What,
local
Seal?
designer.
Right, the lower rise, the better, right?
Hello
Back
at that
then.
time. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Isn't that
So-
something how everything's coming back though now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that as a stylist, and especially someone that has studied fashion history and the way that fashion has evolved? Do you love the recycle of fashion? Do you feel like you see changes as it comes back around? Like, what's your take on that?
Okay, first of all, I'm personally cringing with the low-rise jeans because I have PTSD of like muffin top. So
We saw so
Oh,
many
yeah.
love handles and muffin
so
top.
I'm not trying to show my love handles. Like I want to stay current, but like not that current. I remember I used to go to US Tops. Did y'all have US Tops?
No, I don't think so.
I grew up here in Miami. We had a place called US Tops. They had Brazilian jeans where like I'm talking about the zipper was this big.
No.
The zipper was an inch long. Okay? That's how low they were.
Yeah.
And so like that's like PTSD for me. But I do appreciate when things come back in style, and I do appreciate like the new twist that people put to them. Everything's always gonna come back. You
Absolutely.
know? I don't know how many times my mom's told me like, oh, I had those. Oh, I
Yeah,
had that.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wore that.
right?
Yeah.
Everything comes back.
Everything.
I'm always excited to see how are they gonna come back? In what way?
Is there a time period on like, yo, everything comes back around every 10 years. Everything comes back around every 20 years. Everything comes back around every 30 years. Like, can you see any patterns in the way that fashion and trends circle back around?
It's been proven that it's every 20.
It's
About
feeling
20?
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I feel like when I was wearing bell bottoms and stuff, my mom was like, I wore them in the 70s, and that was like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
Yeah.
And then now here
Yeah.
we are in the 2020s, and they're like back again.
There's always a resurgence of like 20 years. But
keep
it's
your
like,
stuff.
Everything was oversized.
right. Keep your stuff.
keep your
Don't get
stuff.
rid of
Don't
anything.
get rid-
Yeah.
Like, for example, the Isabel Marants. Do you
Oh
remember
my
those
God,
wedge
yes.
sneakers?
Are they coming back?
What do you mean? They are back.
Oh no, burn them.
I cannot.
Burn them.
I don't know if I could do those.
I have
I mean,
some. Like,
I know,
right-
but you
right there
you
where I'm
kept
coming
like
from.
your exclusive pieces. You
I
didn't keep
did,
the
I
basic
did.
ones.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But you know what is tough now is like that fast fashion. What do you think about
Oof.
that? You
Oh
know?
God.
It's true.
No, I'm honestly, I do my best to like stay away as far away as possible. My only weakness is Zara sometimes.
Oh, I love Zara.
That's the only
Do
thing
we
that I
consider that?
Is
I
Zara
participate in.
fast fashion?
I don't
Zara's
think
very fast
It
fashion.
is
Yeah.
it?
They pump things out so quick.
They're
It's too
inspired
quick.
by something that they saw on runway.
It's just too quick.
I-
like,
I-
you know what I mean? Like, how did we just see it last week on the runway?
Yeah.
And y'all already got it in the
So
store.
that's fast fashion. and
Yeah.
that would-
It's fast because it's lower quality. Also
Okay.
Because,
Okay.
But also how quickly it comes in and it goes out. You know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It promotes overconsumption. If you bought this shirt and it was not the brand that it is, and I won't say the brand that it is.
What is it? Oh, Louis Vuitton.
And it was
It's
not
Virgil.
LV.
It's Virgil.
It would be polyester, first of all.
Yeah.
It would not be silk, which I'm sure it is.
Mhm.
And it would be lower quality. It would probably fall apart within the next, I don't know how long, you know, or like you wash it and it doesn't last. So I don't want to wear it anymore.
Yeah.
And so guess what? You throw it in the trash. And in the trash goes a piece of polyester that will now never decompose.
Right.
And so you buy another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You buy another shirt that was similar to it. And guess what? It's also polyester. And
Overconsumption.
you just do it over and over
Yeah.
and over and over and over and over again. And it's like, when does it stop? It doesn't stop. Because that's just that's where our brain goes. Like overconsumption on everything, you know?
Right.
And I also don't like that fast fashion now is greenwashing, saying that they're sustainable and they are making sustainable efforts and like all this stuff. So they're like tricking people into buying their brand or their like Shein. I mean,
Is it Shein or Shein, y'all?
I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't know
I've
either.
never shopped there.
I
in my
want to
life.
know if it's
I've never
Shein.
shopped
I
there.
Never.
haven't either, but my
But-
sister went on vacation and her looks were
Shein.
so fire, and I was like, and you know my sister likes to dress.
Shein.
She'll be like,
She
girl,
said
I got this
Shein.
from Shein or Shein. I thought it was She. I literally thought it was She.
That's how
Shein.
it's spelled,
Like
right?
she in fashion,
Like
she in
Shein.
style.
Oh, Shein.
That's what I thought. But maybe it's Shein.
Shein.
I'm not really sure.
But I don't know if you guys have seen on Instagram, there's like girls that do like comparables. They'll be like, one's from Zara and one's from Shein.
Yes.
Tell me which one it is, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's clear that the one
Yeah.
on the right
Yeah.
looks like and it's from Shein. So I love Zara.
I like Zara, too.
Zara doesn't miss. I'm sorry.
I'm like, don't you dare call
You know
Zara
what?
fast
I
fashion.
can't wear
But
their
I
jeans.
understand why.
Yeah.
I can't wear their pants.
Yeah.
You can't.
No,
No.
they're not for curvy girls.
No.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. In general, like I'm not buying from Fashion Nova. I'm not buying from Shein. I'm doing my due diligence to like shop vintage, shop secondhand.
vintage
Like
piece,
I love
yeah.
I love to thrift. First of all, I have a disease. I have to stop thrifting.
Ooh,
And-
where's a good place to go?
I mean, I
What do
just
you
like to
find?
dig. I like to dig, so I go I go to like the worst places.
I get frustrated.
Like I go literally
one
to
thing I
like
don't like
I go
too.
to like Hialeah and I go and I dig, you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, maybe I find nothing, but maybe I find the most amazing thing. I like to thrift. I like to vintage shop,
I love
which is
vintage
different
shopping.
from thrifting,
It
which some
is.
people don't understand.
Yeah.
It is.
Vintage designer pieces, great, wonderful. I love the real. The real
I love
is
the
like,
real.
like godsend.
Yeah.
If I have like a wedding or like an event or something, I look in my closet first.
Cause do you like to
Look-
recycle a piece? Like you're cool
Yeah.
with that?
Oh,
Yeah, same
absolutely.
here. I love recycling.
I wear my stuff more than once, more than twice. Yeah.
Oh no, you gonna see this again. If
Yeah.
I invested in this piece, or I found this piece, I took the time to go thrift it or vintage shop and found it, or you gonna see it and you
Yeah.
see it again.
It's like,
You see it
yeah,
again.
I'm an outfit repeater, but why are you an outfit rememberer?
Time out.
So good. I hear everything you're saying because also I know you. I know how important the sustainability of all of this is to you. But I do think that a bit of fashion is snobby, you guys. I think a bit of it is for privileged people. I think a bit of it is that you have to have money to participate. While I agree that there are issues with fast fashion, I agree that point was so good, Lina. Like, I didn't really think about it. You're right. When I buy something cheap, I toss it out and I get something new. But I also think that these fast fashion companies are allowing girls who want to participate where they can, right? You can love how this looked on Kim Kardashian that you can never afford because Mugler designed it himself for her. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
it's bespoke,
and now
for
I
sure.
can go and get the look as a normal girl who has a normal job,
Yeah.
who maybe only goes out with my friends 1 or 2 times a month because that's what I can afford.
Yeah.
I can go out and I can look fly. I can go to Aldo and get the bright, I almost wore it today, the bright orange shoe that looks like the Bottega. And I can feel fly and I can feel sexy. And just like we talked about earlier, I can feel confident. Part of my struggle in people like having issues with fast fashion and what's happening with it is like, it's very exclusionary. You guys want to box out people that can't afford the originals because the originals are better.
I think the core of it is like, for example, let's say your sweatshirt, your Dear Young Queen sweatshirt, which I helped design, by the way.
She
Um,
did. She did. She definitely did.
Let's say that you put that out
Yeah.
and you're selling it independently on your website.
Yep.
And then Urban Outfitters was like, oh, wow, this is great. And they literally copy your design.
Well,
And they
Lina,
sell it on a mass production scale. And they sell it for half the price that you're selling it for. Naturally, it's like, damn,
It
like
hurts the
that's
designer, too.
that
Right.
hurts the designer. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, great. Like now you can afford the Urban Outfitters version of
Yeah.
this, but what about the person who actually put the time in to design this original sweatshirt and has all the rights to it, you know?
Right. Like
it's
look at Tom
it's
Ford right
it's
now.
actually very crazy that Lina brought that up because I completely forgot about it. Lina helped me work really, really hard on a Dear Young Queen sweatshirt. We did this whole Steelers hoodie season.
Oh, I
That
remember that.
was
That was fun.
completely an original idea that we had
Still
never seen
his
anywhere else. Hoodie season, right? Because that's what we do as girls.
Yeah.
So I was like, Lina, I want to design a hoodie that says his hoodie. I want to cross out the his. And I want to make it her hoodie. I want to use the campaign, Steel's hoodie season, and I want to go. We worked hard, collaborated on it, didn't even know how to find sweatshirts. I was wholesaling sweatshirts to figure out like what could work. We did all of this. I launched it on Black Friday, which I felt like was so exciting. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I launched it November 1, which I thought was so exciting. I priced it at $49.99, and I was like, let's go. On Black Friday, Fashion Nova dropped a black hoodie.
Wait, I brought that up and I had no idea that actually happened.
Are you kidding me?
I don't remember that.
I can find you the screenshots right now. Yeah. Fashion Nova puts out a black hoodie, and on the back says "Steal his hoodie season."
Oh.
And they priced it at the exact same price point, $49.99, that I priced my hoodie. And I remember being heartbroken just 3 weeks later after I had worked so hard with you to bring this idea to life. And I realized I had fed that hoodie to the Adrians and the Emily B's and all these people that Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Thing were paying to be their influencers. So without a doubt,
of course,
I know that they saw my hoodie.
That's right.
And I was so heartbroken by it. So I do completely understand on the creative side, on the designer side, the like having your idea ripped from you and then given at scale to people you can't touch. Like I could never touch the millions of people that Fashion Nova was touching.
They could send it out, mass produce it, turn it around, and then
and then they had like 3 different versions of what cost me. Like I could only do one version and one color. So that's so crazy you bring that up because you're right. I actually I've fallen victim to it.
You think about it and it's like, okay, on one end it's being copied. And on the other end, like you said, it's like being able to kind of like actually look cute and feel
serve
fly
a base
and serve a look, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's all with discretion. You know, I can't do anything that's like a blatant copy. Like maybe you're inspired by it. Maybe they could have been like, "This my hoodie now."
Yeah. Right. They could have said something, right? Right. Anything could have worked.
Right. Like, you know, like, oh, that's dope. But like, let's mix it up. And like, let's.
Do you have that same sympathy though for like the example I used with like Aldo and Bottega? Like those are both huge, big ass brands. Do you feel the same way?
I feel like Aldo and Steve Madden are blatantly copying designer heels.
Of course.
Yeah.
I agree
and
with
I don't
that.
think that they put any twist on them of their own.
No.
Yeah.
They know what's
so
gonna sell.
is there the same attachment to stealing from like a local or small owned designer as there is for this big brand copying this big brand?
Oh, absolutely.
You feel the same
I
way
think
about
it's
them?
stupid. Like I think like come up with your own designs.
Right.
Like build, because the thing is, I don't know about Aldo, but Steve Madden definitely had their own, you know, they had like 1 or 2 shoes when they started. It was like their own, it was his own thing, you know? It just becomes like sellout culture type of things. It's like, what's gonna sell? What, you know, like what,
let me just do
what
what
can
I
we
know
do?
is gonna
Like,
go.
yeah.
You
see
know
what's
art
going on
behind
with
it.
Kanye and Adidas. How they're still gonna keep his designs.
Oh, because they own them.
They own them.
Yeah.
Well, is that the same? Because they're not copying Kanye. They're taking what they hired him to create for their brand.
True.
They hired him as a designer, right?
Yeah, but
we
they
know if
paid. They
we
paid
saw 'em
for
down
the
the
intellectual property. They paid for the intellectual
did.
property. They own it.
They did.
And they're gonna use it. So it's like, no, it's different.
It's different
Yeah.
there.
It is
It's
different,
definitely different there.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's crazy because I know the relationship you had with your grandmother, how important she was to you. So it's like I didn't actually know that she was serving you these sewing machines and like feeding a dream that like in you since a little girl. So that's super dope.
Yeah.
But you said your mom also was in fashion. Now, I know your mom is an entrepreneur having her own floral shop. So like what? Fashion?
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So this was 90s, right? You know, in the 90s, it was very in style to have like, if your shirt had like pearls on it, then your pants also had pearls, and like everything was a set, and your hat had pearls, and like
Coordination.
Coordination
You gotta
was like you got
coordinate.
right?
Yeah,
So like you might have
coordinate.
lace on your shoulders, and you had lace on your pants, and you lace on like so. My mom made her own like little decor on like a shirt, and then went door to door to boutiques. And was like, hey, I make these shirts. Do you want to buy? And so boutiques would place orders and be like, oh, yeah, sure. Give me 100 of those. And so it snowballed. And she went and visits with my aunt. They opened a warehouse and they would just bust out a denim jacket with a decor on it or blank white t-shirt with some kind of embellishment on, on the neckline. And she was really in actually the Levi game. Like she used Levi's, she like recycled Levi's. Like she would buy them in bulk and decorate them and sell them back to boutiques. And so she had that whole business. And so after school as a kid, from first grade to, I don't know, probably like 7th grade, I was at her warehouse, literally just dilly-dallying around.
Products,
just like
just
doing
learning,
whatever.
observing, and
I was like
taking it all in.
Painting on shirts, putting pearls, putting rhinestones, like heat pressing. Like my mom would be like,
bedazzle.
my mom bedazzling everything.
Yeah.
To the point where like I started bedazzling Nokia phone cases and selling them in my school.
Yeah.
In like 6th grade.
That was the thing. I remember that.
Yeah, because my mom.
I remember that.
My mom had it. That was another one of her products, because it was like anything that was like bedazzled or just like busy work too. Yeah, like embellishments, like things like that.
Like nowadays, if she was doing it, she'd be doing Crocs.
Embroidery, right? Exactly.
She'd be putting the diamonds in the Crocs.
Yeah, or the cups.
Yeah, exactly.
The Starbucks cups. Everybody loves.
Everything has a bedazzle.
So I always kind of knew like this is what I like. Like I like to be creative. I like to be able to like create. So my mom always been an entrepreneur. My dad always an entrepreneur. Me, I'm freelance now. I've been freelance for 10 years. Like have not had an agent or a manager.
Congratulations.
I do all my invoicing. Like
yeah.
You know, like
good for you.
I'm like going crazy, but like here we are, you know, word of mouth, like all kinds of like just blessings. Bless.
Like so many blessings.
Good for you.
No, and
good
I
for
feel
you.
like
Thank you.
Women, particularly like as we sit here and talk about women on their journey, we don't celebrate that.
No,
there are not a lot of women that can say.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
No.
I wanted to cheers.
Drink to that.
I was trying to cheers to that. You know, like
I don't think that a lot of women are doing that. Like, yeah, sure, I'm still doing my own invoicing. Yeah, sure, I'm still but you have been in business on your own.
Yes.
From the moment that you got out of school.
Absolutely.
Basically, yeah.
And it's a passion of yours, so congratulations to you.
And I know, working with other people, assisting on jobs, like all of that, but ultimately still chasing your own dreams, goals, and passions along the way. And that is, you mentioned that both of your parents are entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. I believe that was instilled in you.
Absolutely.
I think we've done a pretty good job even so far. Like we had Cassidy, whose family is Jamaican. Sahar's family is Persian. We have Lina, whose family is Colombian. Like,
that's right.
One of the things that I love about Lina's family is they will dance at any occasion.
Oh yeah,
all night.
I'm trying to come to a party.
My parents still go out to dance until 6 a.m. Like my parents are, they're about to be 60. They're 60.
And they dance.
Celebrate
and
life.
They go out and they dance.
Good for them.
They go to Viejoteca. Viejoteca is like classic. It's basically
by the way,
like
Spanish class, they teach you that's how you say club. Biblioteca.
No.
That's a library.
I'm like, discoteca is club.
Discoteca.
Yeah. But this is viejoteca. Viejoteca means
old people dancing.
Old dancing.
Oh, no. Old people club.
It's old people club. Well, because it's like the classic kind of like older style salsa.
I see.
Like
what they grew up on.
Core
what they
salsa,
know about.
right?
Really? I need to go to the old people club.
Let's go.
Straight up.
Let's go.
We
might learn something.
Okay. Straight like that. Amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they dance.
They dance.
I love it.
But they also have a beautiful love story.
Oh, my parents are joints at the hip.
Yeah.
Which is why
That's
for me
beautiful.
it's like, my parents don't do anything without each other.
And
like,
inspiring too.
It's insane to me. Like sometimes I'm like, Ma.
That's her friend though.
Like,
she likes him.
Yeah. But I tell you, like, I probably never went like on a daddy-daughter date, like as an adult. Because like
Mama's always there.
My mom was always there too.
like,
you know, like
y'all not leaving me.
Yeah,
I'm
y'all are going to lunch. I'm meeting you. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, like it's all good, but like, yeah, some people have that like individual kind of like relationship with their dad or with their moms, just like by themselves. But no,
that's interesting dating. You know, like I wonder how they would feel about her bringing home like a maid. Would they be very welcoming, or would they be more like a little like you mess?
Are they like pressuring you to find a mate?
Oh my
they
God.
feel
Yeah,
like,
right.
what is that like? Because they know how great it can be.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Yeah. So my mom, okay. So I have an older brother. My brother has 2 daughters. So I have 2 nieces. They're 3 and 5 right now. But basically when my brother had his first baby, he bought me some time.
You're right. This is a little distraction for you.
Yeah. So she was pressing me, as any Hispanic mom would, you know, because she was married by 23. But, you know, generations change. We are independent women here.
That's right.
I think now she's like a little bit more relaxed about it.
She has
What can
2
she
grandkids.
do? Also, like, what can you do? I'm like, Ma, I'm not gonna have a baby with a random and be a single mom.
Ooh.
Like, I'm sorry.
You're
but
like, I'm not desperate.
That's not what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Like,
I'm
I
not.
prefer to like not have one.
But also, like, you showed me real love. You showed me what I could have. Like, you showed me
Right.
what I want, and like, let me try to get that.
And she's worth it.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's true.
Hey.
So-
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, is your dream to have like a Colombian man that you can dance all night with, and that you can kind of recreate this love story that your parents have, or do you have like a different type?
A little bit of both.
Oh, okay.
I do love to dance salsa. And I
Mm.
love the culture. I love Colombia. I love like Latino culture. I love Latin music. But I have like different tastes, you know?
Yeah,
Like I love
yeah.
black men too.
Yeah.
Okay.
and like I was with a black man for 6 years. 7 years of my life. Like probably from when I was 21 till I was 27.
Yeah.
I've broadened my taste. So I've dated black men, I've dated Hispanic men. The only thing that like they don't even look at me is white men. And I don't know why, but
yeah, like I would like to
I'm
figure
like,
out
I'm
what's
cool,
up.
yeah,
but
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like,
What's
I'm
up?
open to it, but
Yeah,
y'all don't even look at me, so
yeah.
guess not.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's a difference in dating black men versus Hispanic men?
Yeah.
What is it? I have a take. Before I give my take, I want to share, and then I want to know your
I've
take.
never dated.
Like other than black men, you know.
No, I
You
don't
never
think so.
dated outside your race.
Remember, I met my
You're right.
my ex at 19. So
That's true. Very early. College sweethearts?
no,
No? Yeah. Just
no,
like,
he came right out of high school.
oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
No need for that.
Skipped right over that.
What's the difference
Yeah,
to you between dating a black man and dating a Hispanic
Oh,
man?
it's hard. It's hard to define, but definitely Hispanic men are a little bit more cariñosos, like a little bit more
Agreed.
affectionate.
Ooh.
I think black men are a little more reserved.
When it comes to affection, or just like in how they
Like
carry
emotion.
Emotions.
I think emotions, but it's hard because it just depends. You know,
Everyone is different,
Yeah.
right? We're not gonna sit here
Yeah.
and like try to typecast anybody, but
Right,
also there are some trending,
Right.
there's some similar traits that I've seen. I was in a relationship with a Cuban man. Well, he was Cuban and black, but he was Cuban. Like his
He was
dad's
more
Cuban shit
Cuban-
ran straight through him.
more Cuban than black.
What? We got in a fight. That tore up my whole house, yo. I'm telling you, I came home with teddy bears with knives in them.
Teddy bear.
Like,
Not
yo,
the
he
teddy-
was
what
the
did teddy
most-
bear do?
He was the most emotional. Like, imagine a Cancer and a Latino male all in one. He had so many fucking
You threw
feelings.
cancer in there?
Cancer is rough.
Very
What?
emotional.
He had so many feelings. He was like the most emotional man I ever dated in my entire.
Definitely my Hispanic boyfriend in high school was a lot crazier.
Really? So
crazier.
just very intense.
Yeah,
very
Intense. If they love you, yo, they love you. You're
Mhm.
mine.
Ooh.
You're
mi
mine.
amor.
Like, don't go anywhere. Don't leave me. Don't ever leave me, because I
Really?
decided that we're gonna be together
I
forever.
decided.
That's exactly why I said it that way.
I decided.
Because
He
I
decided.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I decided I'm gonna love you
Okay.
forever. Now, if I was a woman, like, again, this was also my longest relationship, so I loved it. But
That's very much intense.
yeah, but it's a lot. And it's like, whoa,
definitely
I'm
a red
Aquarius,
flag.
I'm an air sign, and like
Yeah.
my space. Like, this actually doesn't work. It feels good. I feel loved. I feel all of those things. But I also feel like it could be overwhelming at times. On the flip side, I've dated Black men who I've actually been like, are there any feelings in there? Is this thing on? You know? Like,
Yeah, because yes.
And again, we're sitting here saying this is not all. These are our experiences that just happen to be similar. And if we polled a bunch of our girlfriends, they would also be similar.
yeah.
Right.
So there is a difference.
Interesting.
Lena, we like to do first and last, like I said earlier. So the first time you ever made something was a pair of flame pants. I'll never forget that.
Legendary.
With no waistband. A plus. If you please have some time.
I wish I could find a picture.
Maybe just
You
sketch
might.
it up on you know how to do Photoshop and stuff. You could just
Right.
sketch up the design for me. I would love to share it with our viewers. Okay.
Hot topic is giving hot
hot.
topic.
It's giving hot topic.
It's giving torrid. Do you guys know what torrid is?
No.
Oh, see, because I tell you, because you guys are snobby. Fashion is snobby.
Hot topic.
Torrid is like the hot topic version for like, and fast fashion version for plus size women.
Really?
Where?
Torrid. It
On the
comes-
line?
Well, I'm from the Midwest, so it's pretty much in every mall.
On
in
the
the
internet?
Midwest. No, they're in malls.
It's
they're
like
on the
storefront?
I don't
yeah,
remember.
big
No
storefronts.
idea
Yeah,
what that is.
Torrid. This is like, it's like a whole thing. Like, they are the
Okay.
like
Sizes-
Zara
Sizes 10 to
whatever
30.
for plus size girls.
That's interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Fashion's very exclusionary, you guys.
Torrid.
Like,
Yeah.
it's super dope and I get it, but it's also like not meant for everyone.
I
It's
agree.
meant- when I think about it, a lot of art is exclusionary, right? Like, it is meant for those that can understand it and then digest it at their leisure. So
Yeah.
when I look at it as art, which is what you very much do,
Yes.
I get the perspective that, you know, but then when I look at it as just a basic consumer, very much like art. I can't afford the Picasso, but I could afford the Picasso print.
Yeah.
Right.
I like an inspiration moment. You know, I love when it's like noted, like this
Mhm.
was inspired by, or you can see how somebody wore something and put it together. You're like, okay, well, let me kind of work my fashion or my style towards that.
Yeah.
I do like that kind of moment, but I understand.
But anyways, we talk about
I get
first
it.
and last. So your first moment was the hot topic flame pant. I want to know a little bit lighter. When was the last time your parents met a boyfriend?
Ooh. Probably the boyfriend I was with. The
For 7 years?
That
7-year
7 year.
boyfriend, the Black man from Houston boyfriend.
Yeah,
My dad off rip, don't like him.
just off of like appearance.
Off
and
rip,
that little
don't
bit.
like him.
Did
Yeah.
they communicate? Did they have conversations? It just was like, this is my baby girl and she's gonna
My-
be with what I want.
My dad's like a playful dude, but like off on the surface, he comes off very like unapproachable completely.
Hmm.
And so he was totally unapproachable, but in hindsight, he saw right through him.
That's where I was also going. Though,
My dad
too.
saw right through him.
Yeah. We know you told us that your mom and dad are big dancers. Tell me about the last time you went dancing with a man.
Going dancing planned?
Yeah.
Probably not. You know, like
Okay.
like somebody that you're like, oh, we're gonna go dancing.
We're going to the
we're
Viejoteca,
going to
but
the
the-
salsa
But
club.
the Joven, how do you say young?
Viejoteca.
The Joventeca. Going to the Joventeca. Like, when is the last
Yeah.
time you were like, yo, me and you are going there?
Yeah, probably not. But I was at Ball and Chain. It's like a historic place in Miami. They do like salsa night there. And so I was there for like a friend's birthday or whatever, and I like met a guy who actually happened to be in production too. He was like in camera department, and so I was like, "Oh, this is actually really cool." And we danced all night.
That's
it was
beautiful.
wonderful. It was great.
Where is he
It's
from?
beautiful. He's Dominican, Puerto Rican.
You never told me about him.
Yeah.
Why you didn't tell
It
me
was
about
it's a while ago, but like we stayed friends. Obviously, we only hung
Okay.
out like a couple times. After everything,
Yeah.
he moved to New York and like has his career in New York. But he asked me to like go out when he was in Miami one time
Mhm.
recently, like maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And so we went out and we danced.
Again.
Yeah. It's just such good times, you
Yeah.
know?
Lina,
Yeah.
I'm going to make you dance on the way out of here.
Oh my
At
God.
least teach us one or two steps, please.
Okay.
Lex, you get the music. We'll get her a dance partner. And we'll send this thing out right.
I love it.
I love it. Lina, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
and
you. I
being with us.
appreciate
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. I love you and I value you.
I love you guys.
Casa Lex.
Good
The
vibes.
door always
Casa
open
Lex
here,
is
sis.
always a vibe.
It's always open.
Yeah.
Casa Lex. You're welcome.
I
Dear young
appreciate
queen.
it. Thank you.